Hi, my name is Autumn Napnet, and I will be comparing my life now to a teen back in the colonial times and back when my grandma was my age. I have the middle colonies and my state is Delaware. Delaware was founded and established in 1704. There's me. That's my grandma back in 1943. And those are my colonial teens. Delaware's geography. Delaware has very good qualities of natural resources. Its sandy soil is fertile and well watered. Delaware is separated into 3 soil districts. It also has a woodland area and it has a shore area. Historical facts. On December 7th, 1787, Delaware became the first state to approve and confirm the federal Constitution. Since that major event, Delaware has been known as the first state of the Union. The state Delaware is named after a guy named Baron de Delaware, who was a colonial governor in the early 1600s. The flag is supported on its left side by a farmer and on its right side by a colonial soldier. The date under the diamond tells you that on December 7th, 1787, Delaware signed and approved of the federal Constitution. Delaware's challenge. The lower countries had to find a way to protect itself because the Quaker government didn't want to help or be involved with the lower countries' war. Delaware's change. In 1690, the lower countries decided to protect itself by organizing a militia. Entertainment. They played with their dolls, siblings, in a game called tag. They also played a game called hide and go seek and blindsman bluff. Politics. They had a Quaker government. The Quaker government believed in peace under any situations. They normally refused to fight and they would always try to find a way to prevent the fighting. When the lower countries would be at war, the Quakers didn't defend them. Music. The type of music was Christian and Catholic. They sang out of hymn books and the Bible. The ministers throughout the colonies requested singing schools to instruct people in reading those books. It began in 1699. As new settlers arrived, they brought their own music style. They brought in secular music, meaning non-religious. Clear Lake's geography. In Clear Lake, Iowa, we have flat land and rich soil. We get very cold winters up to -20 to -30 degrees below zero. Then we get very warm summers up to 100 degrees. It also gets windy. In southern Iowa, they have sandy soils. In the winter, it's a medium, meaning they don't have as harsh as winters as we do. In the summer, it's about the same as Clear Lake and windy. Historical facts. In 1959, February 3rd, Buddy Holly died in a plane crash. Before he died, he performed a concert at the Surf Ballroom. When the plane crash happened, the people called it the day the music died. In 1909, we had an amusement park called Bayside. Then in 1958, the Bayside amusement park shut down because of a tornado. Our lake is the highest altitude in Iowa, and it is really good for sailing. My challenge. The challenge for me was being adopted. I had to fly from India to the Americas. I had to get used to seeing new faces, and I had to adjust to the time zone, and I had to try new foods. The change for me was the longer I was here in America, I got used to the lifestyle. My grandma's challenge. Her challenge was that her parents got a divorce and each remarried. Her change. She had to get used to living with her step parents and had to follow their expectations. Entertainment. For my entertainment, I like to play cards, board games, and I like to socialize with people. I also like music, sports, working with animals, and I enjoy putting puzzles together. For my grandma's entertainment, she likes to go to the movies, she likes listening to the radio, and she likes hanging out with her two older brothers. Politics. I am a Republican and my family is very conservative. My grandma is not involved with them. Music. I like country, Christian, and pop rock. She likes country music and Christian music. Colonial transportation. For transporting, the colonists either walked, got around by horses, or an ox. Foods. For dessert, the colonists ate puddings, pies, and custards. They also ate a lot of pumpkin. Economy. When the colonists first arrived, they grew corn, rye, and barley. When they were traveling, they brought livestock such as cattle, pigs, goats, and sheep. They also grew tobacco. This was a plant. They smoked it during religious and social ceremonies. They spent so much time growing and selling tobacco that there were often food shortages. Modern time Modern time transportation. For my transportation, I normally walk or ride in my car. Foods. Some of my favorite desserts that I like to eat is lava cake, brownies, and puddings. Economy. My mom is a hairdresser and my dad works at a greenhouse. For my grandma's transportation, she got around by a car, bike, or walked. Foods. For dessert, my grandma likes to eat ice cream. My grandma's parents were farmers before they moved to town. My grandma's stepdad worked for an oil company and her real dad farmed. Her real mom did housework, house cleaning, and she made rope. Her stepmom was a housekeeper. Learning about my colony, Delaware, was very interesting. The interesting facts about it was that the government didn't want to help its lower countries fight. In today's time, we are more willing to stand up for what is right.